Welcome back to my channel. I am Madam Witch, and today I am very much cone-shaped phalanges. I thought we'd do something a little different today and give a gift guide. It is that Yule time, Christmas time, winter solstice time, however you want to call it time, this season, where we're giving gifts. I am a collector, if you will, of witchy paraphernalia, and I've also been in a place where I've had to work in secret and practice in secret, not have as much access to the materials that I would have liked to have access to, and so I understand all of this spectrum. Even though now I am somebody who practices much more openly, I think that these gifts can apply for anybody who is on the spectrum of just, I like that witchy aesthetic, to I'm a practitioner, to I'm a practitioner who cannot practice in public, that whole spectrum of things. Or if you're in general, you're just sick of a bunch of gift guides that you've been watching and you want to see something a little different. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and comment below if you care to. Subscribe if you want to join me on this wild ride. This is not lint, it is a sparkle. I promise you I'm not filthy. Okay, let's get started. It is also raining, so this is like a very cozy mood for me right now. The first thing that I want to jump into is one of my greatest passions, which is books. And so I'm going to range the books from, more witchy, obvious witchy ones, to things that are actually about spell work, and just in general, nice things I think would be gifts. So the first one I think I'll go into is more novels. I read a lot of books about mythology, and so, you guessed it, one of the major ones, Song of Achilles. This one's beautiful, it's heart-wrenching, it's gorgeously written, it's poetic, and I promise you, you will sob and cry in the most beautiful, fulfilling way. It's a beautiful tale about love in the face of just fate. Madeline Miller is a wonderful writer. Another one that she's written is Circe. I'm sure you've seen this on every single subway ride in New York City. Almost every woman is clutching this book, and for a long time I was wondering why, until I read it. Fantastic book. Well, I don't want to give it away, but it just goes through her life and her story and her mythology, and so it makes a really beautiful read. And also, these are two inconspicuous books. It's just about Greek mythology, so if you are somebody, or you know somebody who is practicing in secret, broom closet witch, if you will, these aren't very outing type of gifts. Another great Greek mythology one would be, the classic, the Odyssey. I particularly like Emily Wilson's edition because it portrays women, and of course there's random stuff that I've thrown in here for Ulta. Anyway, I really like Emily Wilson's interpretation and translation of the text because it comes from a female perspective. So she writes the women in the Odyssey story much more true to how it actually would have been read. So, for example, she talks about Penelope's hands as, these strong, not as necessarily pretty hands, but hard-working hands as she's weaving this tapestry and undoing it every night, and talks about her strength and just the way that she writes the women in the Odyssey is much less sexist and bullshit than a lot of the other translations that are out there. Definitely a fantastic read, and this was very wonderfully gifted to me, and I'm very thankful to the person who gifted it to me. The next book I have for you that is super inconspicuous and gorgeous, actually, on the inside. Like the images, just the photography is absolutely gorgeous. This would make a beautiful coffee book. Is Elemental Energy, Crystal and Gemstone Rituals for a Beautiful Life by Kristen Petrovich. She's the creator of Sajal skincare. Never heard of this skincare before, but it's apparently super fancy skincare that's infused with crushed gemstones, and that all sounds very beautiful, but then I went on the website and it's, very expensive. It's a very informative book on different kinds of methods, different crystal uses, acupuncture points to use with crystals, ritualistic baths, different kind of crystal elixirs, and it's a very beautiful book. I think you will get something out of it if you are able to get past the first two chapters. The first two chapters are just filled with "I am a rich white woman, privilege," and it really is annoying. But after you get past that, very informative book, very nicely written book. If you can really just, just don't read the first chapter, skip it all, and go straight to what she's talking about in the rest of the book. I do think that it's a good book. I'm glad that I did not pay full price for it. I do not think this is worth full price, but it would make a very lovely gift. Especially if you're somebody who collects a lot of crystals or is interested in crystals. It gives a lot of recipes, acupuncture points to try, different ways of charging crystals, cleansing crystals. There is some woo-woo stuff about like purple Tesla plates, but you know what, who am I to call that woo-woo? If you want to stick a purple plate on your head, you know what? All the fucking power to you. Alright, the next kind of things I have for you are actually journals, which I think would make lovely tarot journals, book of shadows, diaries, and just in general, like really cute, witchy aesthetic books. I picked both of these up at Barnes & Noble's. I believe this one has a pretty little clasp. This one is from, where is it? Paper Blanks. They also have these on Amazon. And this one is from Peter Paper Press. And it just has this really beautiful embossing. It's textured, it's glossy, has that gold foiling, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I feel like this would make a really beautiful gift. Next thing I have is kind of an in-betweener where it's a journal. It's a witchy journal. You might be able to get away with it not being noticed, but it's a lunar abundance reflection journal. And I've been using this for a couple months. I think that it's a very good primer if you're somebody who's just starting to get into work with the moon phases and you want to know what to do or how to manifest or how to set an intention, because let's be honest, most of us kind of know what we want, but we don't really know how to ask for it. It's a very good primer in how to feel, breathe, taste, visualize what it is that you want and working through the phases. What I don't like about it is that it's like very much, I think a lot of other moon journals, you have like multiple cycles to go through. This is just one lunar cycle, a whole journal based on one lunar cycle. So I can't really write in it. So I have another notebook that I use when I use this book, just because I hate the idea of starting something and not being able to redo it. Because, there's a moon cycle every month, and so you want to do one of these every month. Well, obviously you're not going to buy, a million notebooks just to do this. But it has really, interesting questions about manifestation. So here we go. Let me find a good place to start. The act of feeling your intention charges it with power beyond mere thought. Sit now, close your eyes, breathe deeply. Observe the physical sensations in your body. By tuning into your feelings, direct your attention to the part of your body that feels warm and tingly. Ooh. It feels a little too intimate, but okay. Whether you feel it in your hips or your heart or somewhere else entirely, record that sensation and its location. So it's really talking about how do you feel those things in your body. I think it's a really great beginner's book, to be honest with you, if you're interested in something like that. Lunar Abundance by Ezzy Spencer, PhD. Excuse me, Dr. Ezzy Spencer. All right. Now I'll go into a few spell books that I think are really phenomenal, more witch-type books. For somebody who's maybe, more actively practicing and wants something interesting. So I'm sure we've all heard of this book by now. It's pretty much on everybody's best witch books list, and it really is a phenomenal book. Psychic Witch by Matt Oren. This book is great because it really teaches you how to get in tune with your own energies. I think in this age of social media witchcraft, it's very much focused on the aesthetic. Like, yes, I have crystals. Yes, I have, fancy cauldrons with images on them, candle holders that are brass and gold, whatever. It's very much focused on that ceremonial magic of how does it look? How does it smell? How pretty can I make it for a photograph? And it all very much focuses on consumerism. The core of witchcraft is using what you have, which is yourself. The most powerful tool you can have as a witch is your own body, your own mind, your own heart, your own soul. And so it's really amazing when you start to try to really do this work, how untuned you can be to your own body, how you don't really realize, like, oh wow, like I have this movement of energy. And I think that sensing energy is so important for witchcraft, and everybody senses energies differently. I want to focus on that, and he very much teaches you a lot of different ways how to get in tune with that, with shielding, with energetic shielding, energetic practices, meditations, how to really get into that tantric mindset of calm, of serenity, and connecting with the earth, connecting with the elements, while also giving really practical, great advice in protection, in manifesting, and in just really giving you a primer in energy work. If you're somebody who's never done energy work before, and as a side note, the practices in here really help with anxiety. You know, these are things, I'm somebody who experiences anxiety. These practices in here, the breathing exercises, the meditation exercises, the shielding exercises, are really helpful for managing anxiety. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to take anything else from that book, I think the exercises in this book are actually very, very helpful. It also goes into things like the shadow self, the lower self, the witch's soul, which is a whole bunch of other stuff. Elemental magics, working with the magics, working with the earth, working with different planetary energies. It's so much more than just shielding. But I think this is a really great primer if you're somebody who enjoys doing spell work. But if you're somebody who's very into setting intentions and trying to manifest things into reality, this book is really great in teaching you how to not only work with the subtle energetic bodies in yourself and the areas around you and other people, how to focus that energy in your intention setting, in your manifestation work. Yeah, great book. Now, this one is straight a grimoire type of book. This is The Witch's Spell Book by Sarah Bartlett. And she's quite a bit controversial from what I can see online. But it's pretty much just different spells. It's very much focused on timing. So, for example, different days, different times, different moon cycles, what specific days would be great to work with this deity or this ritual. It does span across a bunch of different cultures, which can be a good thing and a negative thing, depending on where you're coming from. Of course, it's always your choice. It's okay to be knowledgeable of rituals outside of your culture. It's not okay to practice those rituals that are from closed practices. For example, voodoo, hoodoo, santeria, working with the orishas, very much a closed practice. Obviously, Native American practices. And so doing your research to make sure that you're doing spell work from books, because a lot of these books, a lot of grimoires tend to have books from across cultures. And while that's a great thing to share information and hopefully create more compassion and understanding for different cultures and different practices, it can be problematic, so I do want to just give that disclaimer. So this goes with working with Roman gods, Greek gods, Celtic gods, as well as some Chinese festivals and things like that. So for example, it's separated into different chapters of different types of magic. So in the beginning it says like general things, but magic for yourself, magic for change, magic for wishes, magic for love, magic for home and family, magic for career, magic for money, and magic for protection. And so let's pick a random one. Let's do, here we go. So let's see, this one's a little bit more interesting. So restore holistic health. This would be a spell using an oak tree, and when to perform this spell would be Oak Apple Day, which is May 29th. It talks a little bit about the history, where the spell was found. So this spell is based on the charms in Arthur Gauntlet's grimoire, Cunning Man's Book of Charms. It tells you about what you need, which is lavender flowers, lavender oil, an image of an oak tree, or I would say an actual oak tree if you can, if you're so lucky, one acorn, and then it goes through the ritual. And the main idea of this book is that you're performing these rituals on the spell works on these specific days, amplifying the intent so that you can have more powerful outcomes. What's one that I particularly really liked? Here we go. I love the Setora Repo Tenedopera Rotas. It's a palindrome, which means that it says the same thing always across Dagny, all of that. And so this is a spell using it. So you would perform this one just after the full moon. This was banish bad energy. Just as a side note, you can write this on a piece of paper and use it around your home to protect the energy. It serves as a spirit trap when you use it that way. If you do use it that way, I do recommend it blocking it off and doing the grid style with a circle around. I'll put a picture here if I can find one of what I'm talking about. So you would just draw that and put that around the home, behind mirrors, over your doorway. You can even carry it with you as a protective charm. And what it does is it works as a spirit trap to suck in any negative energy, any negative spirits. I've shared this palindrome with a lot of people who have been dealing with hauntings or just negative energy or bad luck, feeling very tired, energetic vampires, and they've all had really positive results. So for this spell, you would use a candle. You don't necessarily have to use it that way, but I have used this particular spell and I found it very effective. What's nice at the end of this book is it has all of the dates, if you can see that, of, okay, so for March 1st, you would do like encourage fertility, or April 4th, develop a fresh new you, or January 1st, open the doorway to prosperity. I mean, yeah, new year, new moon, new you, I guess. So it's a very well-structured book. I think it would make a cool gift. It's also very pretty. Ignore mine, I spilled water on it. Oh, and before I move into another category, I wanted to talk about this book. And I'm sure you've seen this book at Hot Topic or somewhere else and think like, yeah, that's a throwaway book. But this was actually gifted to me by my sibling, and I thought, you know, it's a really cute book. It's nice, it's small, it's well made, it's like velvety in the front. It actually has some really cute, easy charms and things to do in there. It is more Wicca, so if you're not into that, or maybe you are into that, that could be a perk, it could be a negative. Personally, don't care. But yeah, it's a really nice, cute, small stocking stuffer. It's really cute. So some other great witchy gifts that are pretty inconspicuous would be a singing bowl. Mine's kind of dirty with some lavender inside, but we'll ignore that. This is a moon face, this one that I picked up off Amazon. And it comes with this cute little pillow so we can go to sleep there. And I got candle wax on this little thing, but it still works in the way that you use singing bowls. You knock it there. And that's it. Now, I'm somebody who finds a lot of benefit in binaural beats. I think, you know, I use a lot of music in my practice. It helps me focus, it helps me raise energy, it helps clear my mind and ground it. I think this would be a really lovely gift, and it's very pretty to display. And it's something also that, you know, if you're somebody in the broom closet, it's not such a in your face, I'm a witch kind of thing. Okay, now I thought I'd share some very obvious witch gifts, which would be tarot cards and oracle decks. So one that would be actually really great for somebody who's more broom closet-y would be the Jane Austen tarot deck. It does say tarot deck on the front. However, you know, anybody looking at it would think that it is just a normal deck of cards. And so it is, if like say you were to hide the box and just have these cards out, they would just think that they're really lovely playing cards. And they do say that the tarot name, the major arcana name on them, and they're very simple. And if you're, you know, you have someone in your life who's a Jane Austen fan, they're really beautiful cards and really enjoyable over tea and some cakes. Another is the Moonology oracle cards. These are really beautiful cards, again, for learning how to work with the moon cycles too. I also like to use these in spell work sometimes to represent the moon phase that I'm currently working in, or maybe the planetary energy that I want to bring in. But yeah, another really great, beautiful set of cards. And I found these actually at Marshall's. Actually, I found all of these decks at Marshall's for, I believe, under $15, which isn't too bad. It doesn't break the bank too bad. I think fun tarot decks could be really cool. I actually just picked this one up. I thought it was so fun. but it is a Disney villains inspired tarot deck. Getting kind of like yeah, look, that's Ursula and Ariel and what is his name? Eric. I was gonna call him Derek. That's how old I am. You know what was his name? I'm terrible at names, so don't expect me to name any of these characters. Jafar. Yeah, I know Jafar. Oh, and Raja, look how cute he is. But and Lucifer and the mean old lady that I never bothered to learn her name. You know, these are really nice cards. I will say that if you're somebody like wanting to buy these for yourself and you're really into tarot cards, these are like softer cards, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you like to shuffle, how you like to feel, how your cards are. But yeah, this is another really fun deck that would make a great gift. Now, one of the most obvious gifts you can get for a friend or yourself is crystals. I mean, everybody likes crystals. You can also get somebody ones that maybe pertain to what the situation that's going on in their life. This is amethyst, which is great for intuition and dream work, as well as just spiritual awakening. It's also really lovely just in general protective crystal. This is celestite, which is really great for anxiety, as well as health issues and healing. And this one, I don't remember. So, yeah, crystals can be a really great gift. A great kind of witchy, mystical type gift would be these nail polishes from Pacifica. I picked these up at Marshall's. They're $3.99, but I love, you know, like the crystals, the swirls. This one's in the shade Gold Lame, Gold Lane, whatever, and Abalone. So it has kind of like this beautiful shift to them. I think that would be just like a really cute stocking stuffer. Now we'll go really quick into jewelry, which is my passion, my soul, my everything. So these are from an Etsy shop, and there's going to be a lot of Etsy stuff in here from moving forward. And I'll link them below. And so this is a ruby ring and moon and pearl moons, and it's gold plated on, I believe it was brass. So these will eventually fade away depending on your care for them, and they're really beautiful, really high quality. The stones are definitely real, which I think is a big concern when you buy from small places, but I will link this below. I think these would make a lovely gift, and I think currently they're actually on sale. This is another Etsy shop, so this is if you're somebody who is into mythology, or if you work with different deities, this is a great way to kind of represent your patron deities. So this is actually Aphrodite, and this is gold plated on brass, I believe, and freshwater pearl, and it's really just beautiful. And this is by Vis-a-Vis Jewelry, I believe. I'll link them also below. They also have a lot of goddess and gods jewelry that ranges from super subtle or very obvious. They can be quite pricey, but they do have Black Friday sales, end of the year sales, so and sales here and there, as well as sending coupons. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. Another great thing is just crystal bracelets. You know, you can't go wrong with a nice, simple crystal bracelet. So this one, I believe, is Morganite, I think. I don't know. This is Tiger's Eye. This one is Azurite. This one is Ruby and Carnelian, as well as a little bit of rose quartz. This one's the rose quartz. This one is a green one that I don't remember, and a huger Tiger's Eye, because you can never have too much Tiger's Eye. Great way to give to a friend or yourself, you know, a little bit of intent, and you can enchant these. All of the jewelry that I'm showing you, you can enchant. You can ask your deities to infuse this with their energy to protect you, or to ask them to do a specific thing, like, you know, I asked Hecate to infuse these with protection, Aphrodite for love, Athena for intelligence, for wisdom, for speaking, all of that. And so I will have a video up soon on how I like to enchant my jewelry. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that if you're interested. Now we go into some really exciting things. This is from Luna Moon Gothic. They're an Etsy seller. I will link them below. And just, oh my god, how stunning is this? So this is a recreation of Jilly's necklace from Practical Magic. It is a genuine stone, so this is a genuine tiger's eye with a quartz crystal, and it has a little bell. It also has these beautiful, if the camera will focus, gem-like details. This is just a stunning gift for somebody who's into practical magic, for yourself, and dingle dangles. It's really gorgeous. Now these are on the higher end, these are on the higher price end, but they're absolutely gorgeous if I can get them right ways up. So these are from Etah Love. I picked these up at the Black Friday sale. But this is the High Priestess ring, and it's just stunning. It's 100% silver. So if you're somebody who wants to splurge a little bit more on somebody, that would make a beautiful gift. And this is from the Romeo and Juliet collection. It's just a rosary. And there's have onyx, it's silver and onyx with the different beads. Absolutely gorgeous. Next we have Crafter Day. So this is another smaller shop. They make these beautiful, you know, witchy inspired jewelry with brass, and so this is real quartz crystal earrings, and they sell sets. So this is the necklace that goes with it, and so this is a moth with some moons, and this is a choker, and very beautiful, very well made. I will say this, they are brass, and because of the heat on your body, they will tarnish. So you can see it kind of here where I wore it. I wore these a lot in the summer, where it's kind of worn off, it's kind of tarnished, which I don't mind. Sometimes it's getting to this like nice patina. But if you're somebody who picks these up, I wouldn't pick up the gold one, although I do love gold, and gold's my favorite. If that bothers you, the fact that the gold will eventually fade away, I would pick up more of the silver. You can kind of see how this looks. You know, this one hasn't faded, but this one, the chain has kind of gotten a little bit darker, and this is after, you know, about like 5 times of wear. It's still very beautiful, it's wearable, it doesn't bother me too much, but you know, if that bothers you, I would get the silver one. This is anything from the brand Luna Norte. These are two earrings that I got from them, and they have these a lot at Marshall's, actually, and I feel like they're really cute and high quality. You can usually get these at Marshall's for about like 12 bucks. And they come in a nice gift box and everything already. Really nice gifts. And another thing from Etsy is, this is from Glow by Jade. It's a pumpkin spice body butter. It smells absolutely amazing. It has a slight shimmer to it, and as you can see, I'm quite fair, and even on me, it has a slight tint to it, but it kind of blends out and has a really nice, beautiful sheen. Oh, I think this would be a really beautiful gift, and it's also, you know, it's handmade. So I'll link these down below as well. This would be candle holders. So I have 2 of these, but the other one is currently unwashed, so this is the more cleaner of the 2. I picked these up from Enchantments in New York, if you've been there, but you can find these online in plenty of space. I'll link some down below. You can never have enough candlesticks and candlestick holders. So this would be a really cute gift with like a nice taper candle, or if like you're somebody who does DIYs, like you can make the candle and heat it up with a hair dryer and roll it in some herbs or dress it with some oils, and that would make a really lovely gift as well. Another great gift would be incense in an incense holder. I have a ton of incense in here. This is copal incense, by the way, and it's also chock full in there. It has a little holder. But, you know, if you're somebody who actually can't burn candles, because it is too obvious that you're performing spell work, or just somebody or your family around you isn't comfortable with you burning candles, just for the fire aspect, or you yourself don't feel comfortable burning candles and having fire around, this is a really great way to perform spell work, to give offerings, and just fill up your space. And depending on the scent that you use, you can set different intentions. So you can use like eucalyptus and lavender for cleansing and protection, copal for protection, offerings, rituals, things like that. I like to use wildberry incense. I find them very cheap at my local store. This was a gift from my mother from Marshall's. It's very beautiful. I love the detail on it, and it was actually to replace one that I had accidentally set on fire. So this isn't completely, you know, foolproof, fireproof, obviously. Just make sure that you blow out your incense before you close the door. What I like about this one is actually a double burner. So what that means is that it has 2 holes on the side, and you put the incense sticks, you know, like this, and it creates a lot of smoke and a lot of scent. So that would be great if you want to do like dual, like a reversal spell. So you could put one where it's a cleansing incense here, or a protective abundance incense here, and so that you can have them burn at the same time. When I was younger, I used to do candle spells with particularly incense and using a tarot card, or at times a playing card. And so focusing on my tent, the meaning I put on the card, and, you know, doing a spell like that. So it's another way, if somebody who can, you know, burn things, to do spell work. And it also makes a really lovely gift. You can make it pretty and all that. The next thing I want to talk about is candles. So this one's from Marshall's, and this one is from Sweetwater Decor. I picked this up at my local bookshop, but they also do have this on Amazon, and they do have a website. This one, I've gone through so many. It's so pretty. It's just like this perfect campy campfire scent. Comes in a beautiful amber jar. This one's just pine. You can always pick up a candle from Marshall's that just smells nice. I have a video on my channel that shows how to actually cleanse and set intention and use pre-made candles for spell work or for protection, for cleansing. You know, I'll link that video that appears in below. But yeah, candles always make a great gift. And one of the last things I have to talk to you about, these beautiful handmade cotton masks and headscarf on a little baggie, which I'll show you, from Sadie's Home on Etsy. And I just love the detail on this. This is so witchy and fall, and just, you know, really, really gorgeous. Like, look at, like, the little spider is made a web around the leaves, and he's like hanging off of the little bouquet. And these are really, really comfortable. They also make matching masks that have the wire on them, and really nice elastics, and these wash very well. And they have little crystal bags. So right now I have a bunch of things in there. Let's see, I think I have to take these out to be cleansed, but yeah, you know, I have some, and of course, you know, they spew things everywhere. I swear to you, I'm not filthy, but this video really makes me seem like I am. I have some copper, some rhodonite, I can never say it, rhodonite or whatever, some tiger's eye, some lemon quartz, and then these are all just variants of quartz. This is smoky quartz. And I just like to take them, throw them in a little baggie, and carry them with me. These also make it like really cute spell bags, or the gift bag itself. And they're very, very high quality. It's actually very impressed with them. The finishing on them is really nice. Okay, and some of the last things I want to show you are more scents. So this is from Bios Apothecary, and they make chakra oils. They also make some other different kinds of oils for each chakra, as well as perfumes. But this one smells like Earl Grey tea, and they work actually quite well. You know, of course, always with your intention. But this also makes kind of an inconspicuous, really nice gift. This one is from Four Strange Women. It's Vixen. This one smells like if you were in the Library of Alexandria and drinking a whiskey on the rocks in a beautiful ball gown, but the ball gown is made out of leather. That's what it smells like. Then we have these two. These are from Little Book Eaters, and these are just like fantastic. This one's a little leaking because I made a big boo-boo on it, but this one is Ariadne. So this one has notes of honey, grapevines, olive leaf, lemon, wine, and this one's Cleopatra, which is rosemary, jasmine, goat's milk, honey, myrrh, and frankincense. Let me see if I can fix this one. That one's just leaking everywhere, so we'll talk about this one. So this one smells like a grape lollipop, that explodes into a barrel of grapes that you just decide to jump in and take a swim in the bath in the hot Grecian sun. And then you're super tired from swimming in it. So you get out and there's like a spoonful of honey being shoved directly in your mouth, and you're super tired but satisfied, and then you drink a glass of wine. That's exactly what that smells like. The Cleopatra one, it kind of smells like walking into a temple after it's been raining, and the rain is goat's milk and honey, and everybody's throwing flowers at you. That's what it smells like. But yeah, these I'm absolutely obsessed with. They're like based off of different stories, different mythologies, different gods and goddesses. I'll link below, but these are really high quality. Ejection of the oil is really great. They last a really long time, and I love that they're portable. It's really surprising just because, you know, it's very unassuming, but these really pack a punch. Yeah, so my camera died right before I was going to film my outro, so enjoy this rainy, moody, raindrops flowing on my window pane moment. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Have a happy holiday no matter how you spend it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.